Hi! This week I was quite busy at work, so I didn't have much time for anything else. So in that regard, I would say this week is kinda your run-of-the-mill week. So I know what you're thinking now. Please don't oversell it, but that's basically it for this week. And I'm happy that you're here to join me. And as always, for now, I just say thanks for watching.
As you know by now, I'm doing Weight Watchers, and I'm currently having 42 points per day. I also have a weekly allowance of 28 points, from where I can take points if needed, but also can save up to 4 points per day and put it in there, as well as earn points from physical activities like walking. With that being said, let's get started. I started the week with another sensational Whopper, the plant-based alternative, which cost me 15 points. And if you like to see how to make one on your own, then check out my recipe video linked at the end of this one. And then I headed out for a walk. But since this time I didn't want to film in the cemetery but in the nearby park, I found my way there. But as the weather was so nice that day, I couldn't find a spot where I was alone to film. So I actually ended up doing 12,000 steps and just filming in the middle of a lawn. But here are some impressions of that day.
I just checked out the secret hiding spot that I found last year, and it seems to be not that secret anymore.
And as this amount of steps earned me some nice extra points, I allowed myself to have another Döner kebab this day. Points. Later that day I had some soft-boiled eggs, 0 points, and you guessed it, I had asparagus again, this time with 2 pieces of turkey breast, 0 points, 6 points worth of potatoes and 6 points for the hollandaise. I would have had my sister over, but I only got enough asparagus for one person. Sorry Angie, but I will make up for that. On Monday, protein crisp bread and non-crisp bread with cold cuts, 9 points overall. And I also had a toffee nut latte. Five points. I then had the last remaining cabanos, 9 points. And I made myself some banana milk again. 1 point per glass, and I only had one that day. I then spiced up the third piece of turkey breast I had, 0 points for that, with some potatoes, 4 points, an onion, 0 points, and 5 eggs, also 0 points, which I then scrambled up and spiced them. And I also carefully chopped the onion. If you have watched my previous videos, you will know why. I fried it all up nicely and was left with this at overall 0 points, because I forgot about the potatoes in the microwave. I fried them up as well, so this is 4 points overall. That day I also had my last remaining pieces of strawberry pepper chocolate, 6 points. And I also got rid of the second half of the remaining bag of corn-based snacks with bacon flavor that I opened quite a while ago, 10 points. Tuesday I started with porridge that I again did with almond milk and stevia, 13 points. I then had salad, 10 points. And as they were about to expire, I also had those really low-fat knockwursts, where all 5 pieces were just 7 points. Next up was an apple, an Elster, because that variety is very juicy and also a little bit sour, which is refreshing. Though I will not show you each apple I eat, I'm consuming a lot of them currently instead of bananas, which I currently rather use in my drink. So another glass of banana milk as well, 1 point. I then again had pork jerky, 1 point, and some bread chips for 9 points. And you might remember that I really liked that protein chocolate bar for 3 points, so I had another one of those. Wednesday I started with 1 glass of banana milk, 1 point, because I wanted to save points for later, as you will see in a second. Besides that, I only had a beef bar for 2 points, because I wanted to bridge the time until my sister Angie was coming over, because you remember that last time when I had asparagus, I didn't invite her, but I did so today, as I was able to get enough to feed us both. So here we are, asparagus with schnitzel, potatoes and the light hollandaise, 28 points. Later I had another bag of pork jerky, 1 point, and an apple. And then the last glass of banana milk, 1 point. I ended the day with having 9 points worth from this pack of crackers. Thursday I started with bread for 6 points and some eggs. And speaking of eggs, I still have the Maxi Kinder Egg and the bunny lying around that I got from my mom and sister respectively. 34 points for the egg and 31 points for the bunny. Not sure how to sneak them in, but likely I will have to wait for the next cheat day, which I will have when I hit the next 5 kilo mark, after having lost 20 kilos overall, which may be here sooner than I thought. Fingers crossed. I then had a soft granola bar. I really love this brand and flavor. 6 points a pop. Later then chicken wings teriyaki style, 10 points, and a salad where I use spring onions, half a head of iceberg lettuce, 1 bell pepper, 3 tomatoes, a cucumber, all 0 points so far, and 2 bags of my favorite herb mix, 1 point each, and 2 tablespoons of oil, 8 points, so 10 points overall, and it never disappoints. I then had another 9 points worth of crackers, some pork jerky for 1 point, and an apple. And if you wonder how much crackers 9 points get me, this is it. On Friday I just had bread and some eggs for 6 points, and then I had nothing else until the end of my workday.
Because I was saving up for the evening, because I was supposed to meet up with someone and go to dinner. But unfortunately that fell through because she fell sick, so hopefully that will be rescheduled soon. But it also left me with a lot of points that I will have to use up in another way. And I was thinking, maybe go for something that is high on protein and is a little bit of a comfort food. So that is basically what I did.
So I had a very large helping of chicken nuggets for 28 points, with both sauces that I used in the past mixed together, 9 points worth. That really filled me up very good, and later I just had 2 more packs of pork jerky, 1 point apiece. On Saturday I had a can of Texas pot for 9 points, and then another beef bar for 2 points. For lunch I had rice with veggies and chorizo for 13 points. And I used that as a side for my chicken cevapcici for 11 points that I also fried up for me. Quick side note. On the back it says Zubereitungsempfehlung. Vor dem Erhitzen das Produkt aus der Verpackung nehmen. Which would translate to preparation suggestion. Before heating, take the product out of its package. And then it goes on how long you have to heat it. So it only suggests that you would take it out of the package? Could you imagine that in the US? That would just be a lawsuit waiting to happen. That really cracked me up. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of products where chicken is used to substitute for beef, but here it wasn't actually bad and saved a lot of points. And at the end of the day I also had another bag of pork jerky. So overall that week I ended with 26 points still in my weekly allowance. So let's see if that has an impact on my weight loss when I step on the scales tomorrow.
It is Sunday and of course that means it's weighing day again. And as I have told you in the past, I'm always confused about body fat and muscle mass because the values are keeping going up and down and I don't see a real system behind it. I cannot really predict if I walk much more than usual, then it should raise up a little bit in muscle mass, but it not always does. Sometimes it is doing that the next week, so I was thinking maybe it's a little bit with a postponed effect. But truth be told, today I just stepped on the scales twice and body fat and body mass and even the muscle mass were a little bit different each time. So I think only the body mass was constant, but fat and muscle mass, they were completely different the second time. So I should not pay that much attention to it. And I'm only mentioning it because the body fat went up slightly this week, which did not make much sense because I've lost almost a kilo. So 900 grams down again, which is a great success. Almost on point with the kilo that I'm aiming on for each week. And with that being said, maybe just end the video on that high note saying, I had a successful week. I hope your week was very successful as well. I hope that the next 7 days will bring us a lot of joy, happiness, and fulfillment for everything that we set out to do. If you like, come back next week and see what's happening with me. And until then, I just say thank you for watching and enjoy.